Alright, so in today's video we're taking a look at my scooter, which has for the past, want to say at least 2 months, I've known about the problem, but it's probably been happening for the past half year. So this has been ridden very hard. I have not rarely ridden this with two people on, so we're talking over 120 kilos. And it has a custom firmware link up here, about 1,100 watts, right? So 1.1 kilowatts. This has been fine. However, having had this dash, I've noticed one thing. One of the banks has started dying. So with this dash, if you press the acceleration when stopped, it tells you the kilometers. And if you brake and press, it lets you access this menu. And if you go down to battery info, and keep in mind when you charge it, it automatically goes into this battery view, you will notice a pretty big problem. So this is fully charged, fully charged, and bank 4, so the fifth in row, not doing too well. So bank 4, sorry, let's just go with this numbering. Bank 4 is at 50%, the rest of them are at 100% charge. 100% going by this BMS's strategy, which only charges up to 4.1 instead of the absolute maximum 4.2. It's been doing this for quite a while. And this gap was 200 millivolts when fully charged, 400 millivolts at the end of charge. So when this bank died, the gap would have been 400 millivolts. Now with it fully charged, it is what? 400, right? So when it's fully discharged, it's going to be even wider of a gap. Yeah, basically the scooter is going to have to go wrong side up on the healing bench, and I'll take it from there. We'll take the battery pack apart and see what's what. All right, so it is time. Okay, so now I'm expecting there to be some type of silicone holding in the edges. I'll try to, nah, no chance. So I'll bring a screwdriver and we'll gently, or a spudger, let's see. Okay, so I think this is one end cap off, and this has been extremely painful, I have to say. Let's see. Well, not too badly, so there's a tiny bit of slack here. Everyone did a good job. Okay, so how do I get this out? Holy shit. Okay, so in this case, right, I risk pulling the insulation off the red wire, and it would be really bad. Okay, so Ned was also here, and these are very nicely made. So what I'll try doing is scratching the silicone that might be holding on to this caddy, to this frame. Alright, so it has been a while since the last shot, about a day. Well, I didn't spend the whole day, but I did spend an insane amount of time prizing at the silicone with some tweezers, right? These are the hardest, sharpest thing I have that is non-conductive. So the next thing is you need to press it out. Like, let's try. I didn't even try it. We can try by hand. I am pretty weak shit, but I would expect this to yield absolutely no results, which it doesn't, right? Because it still is stuck on a lot of edges. I've disconnected the top connectors, so it's completely dead by now. But yeah, so basically I want to push it out this way because I do not want to press on the board. As I've mentioned earlier, the screws can stay in. Screws just have the bar. And so what I spent the last hour on is transforming this cardboard tube into a little tool that would fit inside here. And right, I only need like 5 millimeters just to break the glue, and then I would imagine you could just press it by hand, but it's a bit longer, why not? And so let's change altitude and go on the floor. All right, so this phone is definitely not balanced enough, so let me. All right, and yeah, let's do this. All right. So I don't know if this catches fire right now. I am going to shit myself. And I have a mosquito net at the window, so I can't even throw it out properly. But let's see, right? So let me just gently knee down on it. All right. Yeah, this is going pretty well, I have to say. Let me zoom in so you guys can actually see the motion. All right. I think I can actually push it by hand. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this is clearly working now. Yeah, I think we can resume the higher elevation. Go a bit wider. Oh my god. This is very manual. Jesus. Okay, by now I think I can pull it. Fucking hell, I can't pull it.
This would be a very nice way to start my day.
Oh yeah. I think this is literally as hard as I can pull. Fuck. Try pulling from the other side. Yeah, so these are clearly... Oh, and one has probably detached and the glue is all mashed up. Fucking hell. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's easy. Anyone can do it. Millions of people do it.
What the fuck is that? All right. I wonder if this is not supposed to stay straight. Anyway, yeah, so the fuse is Why is the fuse so wrecked? I don't know. But yeah. So I'll go have lunch. Actually dinner. And we'll get back to this. I don't know why I'm leaving this with the connections exposed, but yeah, I live on the edge over here on the channel. So if I put this here like that, I would expect an explosion. So I'll just take this out of here, put it somewhere no one can see it or touch it, and I'll be right back. All right, so today's tomorrow, and we have the pack opened up and the sun up in the sky. And let's have a quick look. So I was at 2,400 kilometers, which I did ride in extreme conditions. So at least 200 kilometers were ridden up a 20-degree slope with 2 people on the scooter, so about a kilowatt. And we're talking a kilowatt for like 10 minutes, which, yeah, not insignificant. What would that be actually? So let's go with 38 volts, 39. Let's go with 38 because the battery was almost always fully charged. So we have 1,000 divided by 38. So that would be 26 amps divided by 4. So like 6.5 amps. Man, it's not that much. Like it really isn't that much. It should really not have killed it. But it sure has, right? So as we've seen in the intro of the video, bank 5 was out of whack. So some more details about the battery. When I took it out of the scooter, it was 29%. And again, it's very hard to discharge it more because the dead bank would immediately tank and would cut the power, right? The BMS will cut the power. And this is how it looks, right? So there's 2 options. One is that the BMS is reading falsely, so we have a false positive, or the bank is actually dead. All right, so first bank, that's actually correlated because that's always nice. We're looking 3.87, bang on. 3.87, bang on. 3.87. All right. Same. And I think this is supposed to be dead. I also marked it. And so we're expecting 3.38. Yeah. Bang on. And then the next bank, right? This is just a bridge here, just a link. So next bank has to be 87. This one's reading a bit high. 3.85, bang on. Again, 87. All right. Fuck. All right. Yeah, nah, the rest are fine. So now it is a question of, and again, it's very annoying not to have any tutorial online, so I'm very happy to be bringing this out. I was very panicked about having to remove one of the mid cells, but this is a bit easier. Now, question is, how can I easily, with minimal effort, get only these out? So all right, let's just take off the strips. I don't know, fuck it. So again, I'll be using my diamond disc just because it is the thinnest. All right. Seems like rather thick nickel. Man, this isn't tight. Alright, and this looks cool. So I think we can get away with just removing these two screws, making 2 cuts, and then we should be on our way, I think. So I'm gonna cut these 2 ends, and then I'm hoping this can slide under. There's a bit of glue there, but oh, there's a temperature sensor there. Okay, so I'll have to mind that as well. Let's disconnect that. Actually, I'll lift that up. All right, so this seems disconnected, and I'm hoping I didn't kill it. We'll just have to see. Actually, I could just cut it. Okay. Oh, there's another one of these sticky pads over here. And be sure whenever you flip crap on your table that there is no metallic object, such as this or this, which I for sure did not mind right now, but yeah. That is a definite issue. Okay, so I'm actually very lucky that it's on the end, otherwise this would have had to been done a good couple times. Okay. And yeah, so I'll have to disconnect this as well. Okay, so I did double check the video, and they do have to go in this way, and this would be the end piece, judging by the silicone. And so this has to be fully covered with nickel strips. Now I do have some that came with the welder, which are pretty thin, and I ordered myself some beefier one, and it is 0.15 millimeters. So let's take this out of the box, and yeah, I think this is roughly how thick that one was. All right, so regarding this welder kit, regarding this welder kit thingamabob, I have a video up here showing how to how to go about welding, but the gist of it is you have to not press too hard, otherwise a lot of the current will go through the actual battery and you won't get the heat necessary to actually perform the weld. Alright, so today's tomorrow again. I fully charged this up, and it should have quite a bit more oomph with the full battery, and yeah, this is super weak shit. I don't know why. We're going 18 now. $18 is too much. I think whilst it's charging, it might actually decrease its output somehow. This is quite amateur, but alright, so as previously mentioned, I'm a bit worried of welding right on top of another weld, so I came up with the crazy idea of actually soldering these bits down these links. So to be honest, I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never done this before. And yeah, I'll just give it a go. And again, not pressing really hard at all. And I should have reduced the amperage because this is way thinner strip. 12. 12 is too much, motherfucker. 10. Fucking hell. And I've stuck it down way to the side. Man, this is a big ass mistake. Fucking hell. So what you want to do is align it from this side and then go in here. Yeah, these are definitely too aggressive, but they'll suffice, I think. Alright, so this would be the end result. At the moment, we're looking at banks 5 and 6, or 4 and 5, I think, depending on how you count. So 2S4P pack, very dangerous. This touches anything, massive explosion. Alright, so now we're moving into the last phase of what has been a very psychologically grinding operation for me. We're gonna attach the two banks we've disconnected. Let's quickly look at the neighboring voltages. So 3.8, 3.8. So we're roughly on the money. What we definitely need to be doing is put the separators back in, because if these touch, well, actually, if these touch, they're already in electrical connection here. But anyway, let's put the spacer back in. Just a tiny dab. I just don't want it moving. I want the next repair not to be tremendously complicated in case or when it is needed. I think I'll go with when. So let's press it down. So it should be fine. Next up, we'll need to lift the tabs up. Yes, I think they go in this way. This seems to be Small notch here in the plastic. Whoops. The whole thing, right, this is connected to the upper side, so it's not going to leak down. This is a super long wire. This has risks regarding water intrusion, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Yeah, so it looks kind of like this. I don't want to move it too much. And yeah, so basically right now I'll let this cure. And I think that is a fix. Yeah, right, so I did take a look at the cells I removed, and I'll be inserting a time lapse, actually 2 time lapses on the right side. Case in point is these are the results. I actually threw away this page and then recovered it, so that's why it's so mangled up, sorry. But yeah, so basically when I removed this bang from the scooter, it was completely dead, right? I did run the scooter down, and I did manage to pump 3000 milliamps into each. The data sheet states 3100 as the minimum capacity. I don't know how good for their word LG is regarding their actual capacities, but given that this has 2,400 kilometers, that's pretty good, and ridden in very hard conditions. However, the reason I don't think this fix did anything is that after 2 cycles, we can see that bank 4 is already falling behind. So this is nearing its end of charge, and even after the first charge, bank 4 started falling behind, right, noticeably. And I am beginning to suspect that it is the controller that's doing this, right, the BMS. In which case, I'll have to open everything again. Probably not do any more cutting with the Dremel, but still, I don't know. This is quite disappointing. I don't know what exactly is going on. I'm suspecting maybe the overvoltage chips might be having something to do with this, although I don't know how those are implemented, what they do. It's a pain in the ass, let me tell you. I'm quite upset at this point in time, but at least now the scooter is up to its full potential, and it will slowly go back down to a state in which bang 4 is completely dead, but we'll see. I'll definitely do a follow-up to this video sometime in the future, no promises though. But yeah, let's take a look at the overvoltage chip, and then this will all be done. Any chips on the balance boards for the M365 batteries? So these actually do have 2 chips, and I did have a quick look, and they seem to be having hardware overvoltage protection and functional safety crap, right? So what this does is basically it looks at a maximum of 5 cells, which these are doing, and just having an output that signals whether any of them is, right, depending on the model, over a certain threshold. So yeah, very nice. Anything else interesting here? I don't recall.